Here is the last problem in homework number 11. It says the winning jackpot in a particular lottery requires that you select the correct five numbers between 1 and 34. And in a separate drawing, you must also select the single number between 1 and 55. All right, so find the probability. So right there, we have a probability of winning the jackpot. So again, we know the probability of any event is the number of successes over the total possible outcomes. Right? So in this case, we're talking about a win. What's the probability of winning the lottery? So I think we know the numerator is 1. There's only one way to win the lottery. And the challenge is now again going to be determining this denominator, the total possible outcomes. How many different possible ways can you choose 5 numbers out of numbers between 1 and 34? And on top of that, you need to select a single correct number. So even just getting the first part correct, the first 5 numbers, isn't enough to win the lottery. On top of that, you have to choose the correct single digit. So the probability of a win is actually, if you think about it, it's like 2 events. It's the probability almost of 2 wins, if you can think of it like that, because you have to do the first part. You have to win the first part of the lottery, and then you have to the choosing of the 5 numbers, and then you have to. The second part is you then have to pick the single digit. So let's break this up into 2 parts, and then we know because it's 2 events, it's going to be a multiplication issue. So here we go. We know, so it's really going to be 1. There's only one way to win the first part, to choose the first 5 right digits, times 1 over this. 1 over the choosing the single digit. All right, so let's go over to the side and see if we can figure out what these 2 numbers are. All right, so we know that we have to choose 5 numbers between 1 and 34. It does not really tell us that order doesn't matter or does matter, but in that case, when that happens, they don't give you any information. We have to assume that order does not matter. And the other thing we're going to assume here is that we can't repeat the numbers. I wish they would say that. But I'm getting the feeling you can't choose the same number twice. You can't choose the numbers 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. It's 5 different numbers, 1 through 34, but order does not matter. So because of that, we know we have a choose. We have a combinations problem. And in this case, we have 34 numbers to choose from, and we're going to choose 5. All right, so that's how many different ways we can choose the 5 numbers out of a set of 34. So that's really going to go right down here. 34, choose 5. Okay. And then the second part, a single digit, how many ways can we choose 1 number out of a set of 55? Well, again, it's a combinations. You may be able to just see that, okay, there's 55 choices, which is correct, but really that's the same thing as 55, choose 1. And that's going to go right here, 55, choose, and we're only choosing 1. All right, so let's go to our calculators. I'll let you guys plug that in. You're going to hit the number 34, then the choose button, and the number 5 and enter. Combinations button, I should say. And what should be spit out is 32, 4, 6, 3, 2. So 324,632. That's how many different ways you can choose the 5 numbers out of the first part of the lottery. The second part is if you're going to see that when you plug in 55, choose 1, it's just 55. There's 55 choices there, and you're only choosing 1 of them. All right, so let's work this out. And then 1 times 1 is obviously 1. If you multiply the denominator together, we are going to get 1530480. 15,304,000 and 80 different ways you can choose 5 numbers followed by another single digit. All right, so the probability of actually winning the lottery, here's your chances. All right, and in the next homework assignment, we'll be getting into payoff. Like if you were actually able to win the lottery, you actually won, what would be a fair payoff? Okay, but in reality, those chances are not real good. So think about it next time you go spend your hard-earned money on a lottery ticket. All right, give one a try.